Hello, everybody. Well, they put in an auction house. Mm, Looking for somebody in the auction house right now. CJ Moore. Nope. Ooh, an 84 to 84. I might have to see what mine is so far. Still building up my lineup though. So I have an 82 overall, an 80. Okay, 80. Well, what's up, guys? So I got the Ted Hendricks part of the card they're giving out right now. That's part of the Michael Vick collection. There's another card to get though. We're on season 3. Got to get this card, Barry Sanders. And if I can finish it out in like 12 hours, like it's a lot of like levels though in that amount of time. 'Cause all the way to 60, I'm at like not even halfway there. I'm like almost to level 11. Okay, I think my I think my got to be okay. Yeah, I want that card. Amari Cooper. Yeah, I'm not buying that card, buddy. Sorry. Hey, what's up, guys? Guess we're gonna play some Madden, I guess. Claim rewards, really? For what? Okay. I'll claim it, I guess. Let's see, who are they putting me against?
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowsky to get things going. And off we go from Cleveland. Oh, a dangerous return man.
Oh.
Here.
I can't catch him.
Past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Cowboys. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him.
I'll let him run it back on me.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs, as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This taken in right around the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
Ready?
First play, first throw coming for Vic.
No way! Are you serious right now, Vic?
Really good coverage all over the field, and it took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Vic with the incompletion on first down, and now that leads to 2nd and 10. Here's Michael Vick.
Ow!
He's taken down. Back at his own 7. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Vic readies to throw.
Nope.
Oh, Vic's throw intercepted. Picked off by Akeem Talib.
I had to get rid of it.
I
should have just.
And now they start inside the 10.
I should have just threw the ball away.
Inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dallas Goedert, a 9-yard touchdown grab.
Okay, gotta
and the
change it
Cowboys
around.
are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Got his man, it's Warren. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. On play action, Vic.
No!
Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by the great one.
Oh my fucking God.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but
no! Oh, my goodness.
Generate anything. You feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Vic with the incompletion on first down, and now that leads to 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Vic in trouble, and down he goes. A.J. Epinesa, the one credited for the sack. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take
God dang it.
Vic throwing another interception. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
It's caught.
I can't catch him.
Touchdown, Cowboys.
I can't catch that guy.
Michael Vick with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Cowboys are able to extend their lead. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter. They're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they put up, I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this lead could become.
Point after, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. A.J. Epinesa. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Vic now. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Boy, this defense is circling early. A pick 6 there, and they are off to the races here in this first quarter.
And, partner, when you get off to a first quarter lead like this, it really frees you up defensively to take some chances, really apply some heat. And that was just a tremendous play to pick that ball off and bring it back for a score.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes this 35-0 now. So plenty of fireworks here early. 35-0 now as the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. To throw, Vic. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. 6 yards there off the scramble. Charles and I set for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as we get a peek some of the stars in today's game. Well, will they be stars? Will you be a star? We'll find out. Let's play. Here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowsky to get things going. And off we go from Cleveland. Take it at about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. First play, Mahomes looking to throw it. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Michael Strahan with a tackle for loss there. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Now Mahomes. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. DeMarcus Walker, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, and they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't.
Okay, I might have a
out.
chance on
And
this
on
one,
the
guys.
opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. It's a play fake. Now Vic steps away.
Ah!
The throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Vic with the incompletion on first down, and now that leads to 2nd and 10. Back to throw here.
No way!
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to have
Is he like stopping there?
35-yard line.
This is such a good read defensively. They know that this offense is going to try to get the ball to their playmaker in space. So what do? They crowd him and send bodies at him. And this one winds up being intercepted.
That guy like stopped too.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Okay. I'll take the game.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time.
What the freak happened? Okay. Not even an exit.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, With all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowsky to get things going. And off we go from Cleveland. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And Saquon going to have a Giants 1st down as he'll get this up to the 43. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage.
What the heck was that guy doing, bro?
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Warner. And his throw here is incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment off the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Warner. Able to find the open man. That's complete. It's a big play for the Giants on 3rd down. And even 40 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. Warner to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Here's Warner. And he's got his man. Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Giants are on the board first here this afternoon.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And he elects not to bring this one out as his guys will take over at the 25. On 1st and 10, here's Vick. He finds his man complete. That's Warren.
All I can hear is them
After
talking.
a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Can't hear really any
Now
action.
2nd and 4 from the 31. Now here's Vick. Giant rush gets home as down he goes. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. 3rd down and 13. Vick to throw it. Under pressure, they got him again.
Okay.
Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go, shh.
There is a hush indeed. Now on fourth down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Now a first down throw, Warner. Eluding the pressure right. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Now Warner. Touchdown.
Okay, fine.
Odell Beckham with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on fourth down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
This taken in right around the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over pursuing, and making a very nice play.
Now 2nd and 9. Here's Vick. This ball taken in here by Brooks. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, Vick out of the gun. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play that time on the catch and run. 35 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Vick.
No,
what?
Oh, no. I was backed up.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's Vick. That's pulled in by Brooks. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Vick with the incompletion there on 3rd down.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Oh, Vick's throw intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Giants are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. And, Charles, you know, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there. It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Touchdown, Giants.
This guy needs covered.
Odell Beckham on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Giants take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball, or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they're going to continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're
You don't
down.
want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you
Now
just
you
called
can
it.
go.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think
did.
you did. But let's face it. You mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that they've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now, meanwhile, the throw by Vick incomplete. It was knocked away.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
Oh,
No!
Everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Barkley, inside handoff. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Again, it's Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Giants continue to pull away here in this first half. Gano for the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27.
Giants 27, Browns nothing.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now a second down throw for Vic.
Got
Under pressure, and they got to him again. They overload him that time of the safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please?
Jesus.
And now Vic throwing another interception.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. You know they'd love nothing more than to get a 3-and-out here after having the interception.
And it also tells you a little bit about how they feel about their leader, right? Their quarterback throws an interception in the previous series. They're trying to help him out here with a big stand.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Rayshon Jenkins picks it off. And the Browns are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. The Browns drive about to get started. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And we'll see these two teams go to the line. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. The field goal unit on the sideline. They're going to go with 1 second left. A final shot before break. Warner. And he's got his man. Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Giants will extend their lead on the final play of the half. And now this will be the final play of the half, as with no time remaining, they'll try and add 2 more to the lead right before intermission. They're going to run it with Barkley, and he will get into the end zone. So a perfect finish to the half. They get the touchdown on the final play, and 2 more for good measure. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive.
And now what's this? They
What
fake
the?
the spike. He'll throw it. But it's not going to work. He'll go down. They got him.
Makes it 3rd and 11.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
Here's Michael Vick. He finds his man complete. That's Brooks. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. A give to Barkley out of the gun.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 62 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. To throw, Warner. And he's got his man, Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham, an 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Giants have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they've built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it.
That's to the pylon and incomplete.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Lawrence Taylor able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And Vick's throw there incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
4th down, Vick.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to pick up the Browns' 1st down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allow him to convert on 4th and long.
To throw, Vic. Oh,
No.
he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Now a throw here to his running back. Breaks through the contact. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 36. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. And
he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Bobby Okereke running in and bringing him down.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Throwing, Vic. And his throw is incomplete.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback and give him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, had his
Serious?
hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. Vic readies to throw. This is caught inside the 15.
It got the ball.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. Vic now. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, you know, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin 4th quarter. You're going. Boswell's kick is good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
They begin with a run by Barkley.
It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
85 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
On second down, here's Barkley. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. And they're going to speed things up here. Warner from the gun. And he's got his man. Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham. 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Giants add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to...
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Now, meanwhile, the throw by Vick incomplete. It was knocked away.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
What the freak?
The offense on 3rd down, a very anemic, 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Meanwhile, the throw by Vick incomplete. It was knocked away.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
At the 43-yard line, a gain of 15.
They'll go to Barkley again.
And he's got a first down there after a gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning.
Up the middle with Barkley. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley.
He got it.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team is...
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts, not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
The Browns drive about to get started.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Vic with the incompletion on first down, and now that leads to 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Warren. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3.
Working out of the gun, Michael Vick.
Ah!
Oh, my goodness.
He
Here's a
snatched it.
5th interception.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
He snatched
And
the
the
ball.
return stops at the 39-yard line.
Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Loss of 6 yards. It's 2nd down.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll let it go deep for Beckham.
Oh!
And he will get into the end zone.
Ah.
It's
Dang
another
it.
touchdown. This thing is
I
ugly.
need faster guys.
Well, when they
Oh my
said
god.
before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And the fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
A 2nd down throw for Vick. He's going to let it fly.
That is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Oh, he cannot get away. Down goes Vick.
Well, this was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were, but don't forget about the effort by this defense as well.
Yeah, they weren't going to let up just because the lead was safe. They wanted to play as big a part in this game as their offense did in making this blowout. They needed to be noticed as well, and they played accordingly.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Cleveland.
Ooh. Okay, Titan. Oilers classic. Ooh, nice classic. Houston Oilers uniform, guys. Did it do anything to my overall? No, it didn't. Switching out. Mm, kind of bored, guys. I don't know what to play. Do not know. Yeah, might hop on a different game, guys. Maybe. Legendary Michael Vick upgrade card. Upgrade token. Level 30.